Okay. Yeah, today I'll explain about the next class, Adobe Photoshop class 2. Uh, the remaining tools, right? Just about a lasso tool. Okay. So, uh, first let us open any reference image from my desktop. These are only the reference images, right? So we use reference images. Take any image and use that. Okay, so I'll take this one. Any image. Okay, just you. Yeah, this image. Okay, first background unlock. Okay, and the next tool is a lasso tool, right? In this group, lasso tool and polygon lasso tool and magnetic lasso tool is there. With lasso tool, what we do? See, the shortcut is L, but we have to use Shift L. When you use Shift L, the inside other tools on the same name, they're rolling, right? So, first tool, lasso tool. With the lasso tool, what we do? Makes freehand selection, right? So, with freehand selection, we do. Freehand selection means what? On paper, with pen and pencil, how we draw and mark your areas. The same way with this tool, just you can mark this area with freely, okay, and select this portion. After selecting that, what we do? Simply you can move that portion to other side. Okay, so Control Z, or otherwise fill colors inside that. So Alt backspace for filling foreground, and for background filling Control backspace, right? Otherwise Control Z, and Control D, right? So freehand selection it is. This is so very easy to understand, and the same way like the before tool, the marquee tool. Here also we have some options in optional bar, right? Add to selection and subtract for selection, intersects, and add some feather, right? The around your cutting marking, some featherness, some spray like a feather will get, right? So, for example, give some number like 10 and select this portion, and with move tool you move this one. So around this some smooth effect is there, right? So this is called a feather, right? And Control D, deselect. Okay, then come to another tool, polygon lasso tool. With polygon lasso tool, what we do? That is make selections by connecting straight lines, right? Straight lines we create. Straight lines means what? So draw one lines, other line, and one more line, and select and connect to the start point. See, only straight areas, right? You cannot draw curve lines like before we use that lasso tool like that, right? So here only straight lines. So after that what we do? Simply that portion you can select and move. Is common, right? Control Z and Control D. Okay, then after that one, magnetic lasso tool. Magnetic lasso tool, how it works? Make selection that snap to edges in any image as you draw, right? So with magnet, so give one single click, and without clicking your mouse, just drag or show your mouth along with the your shape, object shape. See, automatically I am not giving any clicks, but it is automatically connecting each point, particularly at the edges, right? And start and end point connect, and that will connect that area, right? And you can move and rotate and fill colors, whatever it is. So control D, this is. So that means what? This magnet lasso tool works the edges, okay, like a magnet, it picks the area. And then this is object selection tool, quick selection tool, and magic wand tool, right? So first I'll explain magic wand tool, then quick and object. So magic wand tool, how it works? The magic wand tool works, select an area based on its color, right? Based on its color. So suppose this is the color, the plain color. Suppose if it is a plain color, with a single click you can remove the background. Suppose with this area, okay, because the background is white, and I selected with the magic wand tool and delete. See, background is deleted nicely. Okay, if you want, we can add any other background, okay, and control Z and control D, deselect I'm giving, and that too it depends on the tolerance value, the range. The tolerance value, suppose I'm giving only 5, only see the portions, only that range, that portion is selected. See this side only, the here it is look like some light gray is there, here it is full white, right? So depends on the color it is working. Control D, and suppose the same magic wand I am using on this area, on cheeks, nose and forehead, and what are the area. See the same color, because of the same color here it is picking only on that area, and this suppose the same color here it is, suppose here also the same color is there, but because we already fixed the tolerance value to 5, okay. Suppose control D, what happened? Suppose I'll click 20 and say enter, and I click now. Now the area, the same color, but the range extended the tolerance range, and it is picked, right, or picking, okay. So this is, so this tool works on area based on its color, which area you are applying. Okay, control D, deselect. Okay, so after selecting, what we do, simply you can delete, or otherwise you can place any foreground or background color after selecting this area. So I am applying Alt backspace, or otherwise control backspace, right, and control Z, and I am using control D, deselect. Okay, this is magic wand tool. Next, what is a quick selection tool? So by this name it is very easy to understand. Quick selection tool makes a selection by finding and following the edges in an image. Finding and following an edges in an image. Okay. So what is the shortcut? The shortcut is W, right? Okay. So here options, in options bar, if you observe, the first tool is you are choosing that quick selection tool, right? After choosing here, now your cursor is converted to plus symbol. That means it is already added, and for that selection you are trying to add by dragging the plus mark. See, now it is selection, the plus selection added to entire the whole object, right? This is, and sometimes when you drag this one, sometimes it goes outside the area. Now see, it went outside. To get inside that one, we use here the minus, subtract from selection. Click on that and push that selection into that area. Perfect. Okay, so this is, yeah, you zoom this, and at edges, particularly edges area, I am applying a left bracket to decrease the brush size, and I am applying on particular area, right? Okay, this is, then what we do, simply you can move this one, or otherwise delete, or otherwise alt backspace or control backspace. Okay, control Z and control D. Okay, this is quick selection. Quickly we are applying selection. The next one is object selection tool. How it works? Object selection tool. So find and automatically selects objects. So check the difference between the before quick selection tool and object selection tool. With the object selection tool, simply around the object give one selection and leave it. Leave the mouse, automatically it is finding that area. See, this is more than quick selection tool, it is working more better, right? Okay, it is a selection already. So now you can delete if you want, control Z or control D, right? So control D, deselect. Okay, so these are the tools, right? They are very important tools. Okay, next what we do, other one is a crop tool. So within that there is a crop tool and perspective crop tool, slice tool and slice selection tool. Crop tool works to crop your area. Suppose trims or expands the edges of an image, right? So just when you click on that tool, automatically the frame is added, the crop area. So you can choose that area, whatever the size you want. After choosing that, see there is confirm. If you want to confirm, give the tick mark. So now it is confirmed to that area, right? And control Z. Okay, and if you want to fix the particular ratio, you can use this. In options bar we have some options, 1:1 square. So see, it is already fixed within that only, and give the tick mark as per your guidelines. It is fixing. Control Z, right? So here are the options, or otherwise ratio. By giving the ratio yourself, it is fixing. Yeah, that is crop tool. And then here we have frame tool. The frame tool creates placeholder frames for images. Placeholder, you can place them in that particular frame. So choose this frame. Okay, the shortcut is K. Okay, and find the options bar. Here we have both options are there. This is use the mouse to create a new rectangular frame, or otherwise here ellipse like. Use the mouse to create a new elliptical frame, right? Suppose I'm using this elliptical shape. Sorry, I'm using this drawing, and see this is, so you can move this one. It's just like mask, added like mask, and in options bar. Okay, so you can find the elliptical or the square or rectangle, right? And if you observe here in layer, when you move this one, this is inside moving as per your hand movements, right? Because it is acting as a mask, but exactly it is not mask. It's a frame. Inside frame you are placing your objects or your pics, right? Okay, control Z, come back to normal. And here we have eyedropper tool and color sample tool, roller tool, node tool and count tool. With eyedropper tool, what we do, simply by matching the exact color. Suppose here, click on that eye, so it is matching, and here, and eyes. So whatever the area you select, exactly that color it is matching, right? Manually it is not easy to find exact color. Suppose here, if you want to touch the eyebrow, suppose the eyebrow area, if you want to touch, so manually you cannot match that exact color, but by adding the eyedropper tool, here I'll touch that area and this is the actual area, the same area, right? And say OK. And suppose I use brush B tool and reduce the size, okay, reduce the size, and suppose decrease the opacity of this, okay, and now you can apply here. See, actually you are touching that area, so without knowing others, simply by giving the low opacity with the same color, we are giving some touch-ups, right? So that is very helpful to match colors, okay. And the color sampler tool, what color sampler tool can do, displays values for colors in an image. So suppose with that color sampler tool, click here and observe here the RGB value. Red is 231, green is 191, and B is 166. And suppose at lip area, the red is 225, green is 110, and B is 91. So these are the colors, right? So these are the RGB values it is showing. Wherever you pick, wherever you touch with your color sampler tool, it is adding that. What is the benefit of this? The same RGB value, if you want, you can add. Suppose here RGB is there. Suppose this is RGB value 34, 24, and 22. If you add here, suppose is 34, and here it is 24, 24, and here it is 22. See, this is the area, right? So something like almost black, that means here this color, okay. So exact color we are picking, okay. So cancel this one, okay. Then roller tool, what we do, just like a scale tool, measures distances and angles in an image. With the scale, what we do on paper, we measure the distances, suppose here to here, the width. If you observe in options bar, the values are showing. See, changing the values here, see my cursor here, and suppose top to bottom, it's giving a values, right? So it is like a scale, a digital scale. Simply if you say it is as a digital scale, right? But there is a name roller tool, that is. And suppose a node tool, with node tool what we do, just like a notepad, it acts, creates text notes that you can attach to an image or file. So with node tool, click here and write something about your pick, about your design, okay, and save this file and send it to someone. And after opening that file, that other person, they open that file, they'll notice, they observe along with the pick, this dialogues, this node tool also appears here. So they'll read and understand your requirements or your comments, right? So that is just like a notepad, node tool. And this is counting tool. So counting tool, to count the number of objects, counts the number of objects in an image. It's very simple. Suppose this is a 1, a hair, and eye 2, nose, mouth, ear, and ear. Objects, how many objects it has? So you can count simply those objects, right? It is very, very simple to understand, right? In this eyedrop, it is very, very important, right? So sometimes we use other tools, but more popularly this is helpful, right? Okay, good. And next, this is spot healing brush tool. It removes the spots. So what we do, for this example, I use another reference. I want some spots. Yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah. Okay, these are the spots, right? So with spot healing brush tool, so removes marks and blemishes, right? That is. So improve your brush by pressing right bracket Okay, and click on that one, single click. See, it is removing very nicely, right? So it is very easy to understand. And the next one is a remove tool. With the remove tool, what we do, just click on that tool. So it is easily remove distractions such as objects, people and imperfections, right? Some distractions if you have, so simply by applying on that will remove. This is actually the new tool from the Photoshop, right? In the old versions tool is not there, right? So how to do that? For that I'll take one more file. So there is so I want some reference, nice reference. I'll take, yeah, say this is open. Okay, so what I'll do, increase the brush size, fit to the object. This is your brush tool. By clicking on that tool, simply by clicking on that tool, you are actually removing that one. And here we have options. If you say tick mark, it is removing nicely, right? So Control Z, and suppose here the size, brush size is there, and you can add selections after adding this one. Suppose this is the selection. After that, if you want to minus that selection, you can minus, okay, or otherwise if you want to add that selection, you can add, right? So, and this is the size, so brush size actually, and pressure sensitiveness. So if you add that pressure sensitiveness with the brush, it loads that, right? Here you have colors, your brush color, you can take anything, and here that opacity, the visibility of that, right? So you can increase and decrease this one. Okay, sample all layers and remove after each stroke. Suppose click on this and increase the size. Suppose this is the size, yes, click on this, yes, here, yes, click on this, and that's nicely it is removing with good efforts. Easily you can remove. See, Control Z. Okay, so that is the tool, the new tool from Photoshop. And next to healing brush tool, how it works. The healing brush tool, so what will do, repairs imperfections by painting with pixels from another part of the image. So I'll remove this one. Now come to this area. Okay, the before what we used the spot healing brush tool. With this tool, by selecting that one, simply spots and blemishes we are removing, right? But with this tool, the healing brush tool, what we do, by pressing this one, okay, you cannot directly apply that tool. So what it is telling, alt click to define a source point to be used to repair the image. So source color, so very close to this area. Suppose you have to remove, if you want to remove this area, very close to this area, take the source as a source, right? So how to use that friend, that tool? So use alt on keyboard. See, now simply click with the left click, it is already added to that, and use that one, right? And suppose Control Z, more size you want, yeah, this size, and I'm using alt now. Click here and you can apply. See, and here also alt and click here and you can apply. See, that is nicely removed all the glimpses and patches, right? Yeah, that's it. And the next one is patch tool. Patch tool, simply how it works, just like a patch. So replace a selected area with pixels from another part of the image, right? So it replaces. Suppose here, what I'll do, yeah, this portion. Select this portion, okay? And suppose here, right click, we have options, use patch as a source and use patch as a destination. First I use patch as a source. Just see, this is, yes, okay, suppose this, yeah. So control D, deselect. Now see, that portion is vanished, and control Z, control Z, control Z, and right click here. Now use another method, use patch as a destination. So this is the destination, this is the destination, yeah. Now we can use control D to deselect. Now see, okay. So control Z and control Z and control D, that is a patch, like patch. Next is content aware mode tool. So how it works, selects and moves part of an image and automatically fills the area left behind. Okay, for that I'll take one more reference. So because why I'm changing references, some examples you'll understand more clearly with the different images, right? So this is, and open this one, okay. So now what we'll do, with content aware mode tool, what I'll do, select this aeroplane, so select this one, select this one and move here, okay, and reduce the size. If you want, you can reduce the size here, or more small, you can keep here. And observe here in options bar, the tick mark is showing, right? Just that means what, you are confirming that selection, and give tick mark. Now it is disappeared and here it is added. I'm using control D. Perfect, right? Nicely changed from big size to small and more bit forward, right? So that is the content aware mode tool. And the next one is red eye tool. With the red eye tool, what we do, it is very easy to fixes the red eyes caused by camera flash, fixes the red eye effect caused by camera flash. So we want camera flash caused eye, yeah, this is, click on this, open, okay. See, in nighttime photography, mostly the camera flash, because of the camera flash, your eyes will affect red, right? So, photos, I mean, photo studio people and photography people, mostly they use this tool, right? So, it is very easy. Click on that tool and click on that red eye. See, removed perfectly with a single click. We are removing red eyes. This is only the benefit from this tool. So that's why they give the name as a red eye, right? So, okay. These are the tools I explained. Okay. Next, I'll explain again other tools. Okay. Thank you.